Hey there everybody, welcome back to Outdoors Podcast. My name is AJ, and if this is your first time joining me, well then thank you so much for clicking on this video. Hopefully you'll enjoy it. We are on a 9.6 mile float trip with my buddy, who's also named AJ coincidentally, and his girlfriend Olivia. We're on the Current River in southern Missouri down near Salem. We're putting in at Akers Ferry, and we're gonna finish up at the Pulltite Campground this evening. And this is a float trip that I've done many times. It's a river that I love and I'm very familiar with. I'm actually doing a solo canoe today, which is a different experience for me. I've never done this before, but I'm pretty pumped. And then we're gonna pull out this evening at Pulltite, and we will camp there in a more kind of traditional car camping type environment. But it's gonna be an awesome day. It's gonna be absolutely gorgeous. It's the 4th of July, happy Independence Day. And we are out here having an absolute blast. It's gonna be an awesome day. Because I wanna say the water pushes you over to that tree on the left. So we've been going for probably about 30 minutes. We've gone about 1.5 miles or so out of our 9.5. We're due at about 3 o'clock right now. The river has been absolutely gorgeous. We're just hanging out in the sun. This cowboy hat is outstanding wear for this trip. Doesn't even really look like I'm getting too sweaty yet, which is great. We're about to hit a little bit of a bit more aggressive water, so we're gonna navigate through that. It's gonna be great. And it's gonna wanna push us into this tree. We're just gonna kind of J-turn and whatever this pull turn is called, maybe a C-turn, just kind of away from it. You stick over here kind of in the shallows to the left, and you should have no problem staying off of it. Yeah, what a beautiful path. Here come AJ and Olivia. Hey, we're gonna pull in over here, stop, maybe have a snack and a beer. Maybe a little swim. Oh, lovely beaching. Yeah. Almost floated down the river. AJ, look on your left. Look at this bird. It just came down behind that big bush on your right, or on your left. The big ass bird of prey sitting over there. Chinese fire drill. Oh, and he missed. Yeah, AJ, see it? Over there on the ground. Kind of what I've always been known for is being butt heavy. It's my finest feature, AJ. So one of the fun things that you get here on the Current River is choices. Every now and then you'll be going down the river and there is a left-hand option and a right-hand option with some sort of little grassy area in the middle. AJ and Olivia are gonna go left. I'm going right. We'll see who made the better choice. So one of the big differences between this float trip and the one that I did over Brookdale Farms with Twin Rivers Canoes is that this river narrows quite a bit in places underneath these overhangs of foliage, and so you get shady spots. As you can see right here, we have a lot of reprieve from the sun, which makes a huge difference over the course of the day in your temperature and the way that you feel. Looks like both of us came out the other side unscathed from our left-right decision. Now, do you guys go across here, or are you just stopping here and turn around? Are you guys going across? Woo-wee! Woo! Oh. Out of there, y'all.
You just don't care about getting hurt.
Giant bulbous set of testicles. Bull riding takes, I think it's the same thing as boxing. All right, we are arriving at one of my favorite parts of this float trip. We are, let's see here, about 3.8 miles in. We're at the 6.1 miles remaining mark on this float out of 9.6. We're about to hit the rope swing, and this is one of my favorite things in all of Missouri to do on this river at this moment in this weather. This is absolutely perfect. I couldn't be more excited. Oh, it broke off. Holy cow. The higher spot where I used to jump from in that photo we have, it broke off. Yeah, this is definitely a stopping spot. Probably eat lunch here. But you want to come in kind of over here, Age. Perfect. Happy 4th of July. Sir, you ready for a little rope swing? All right, we're at the rope swing. As you can see behind me, you got a couple of ropes. This is kind of new. I've never seen 2 ropes here before. And we are going to, well, I guess AJ is already going up, and we're going to try it out. No risk, no reward. Ready? There it is. All right. Yeah. Yeah! All right. That's the way to do it. Yeah! Oh boy. Heads up. Well, as you can see, I literally just fell out of my canoe. I just I just fell out of my canoe while paddling in perfectly steady water. That's one of the funniest things that's ever happened to me. What's up, man?
What's up, y'all?
Dude, I just fell out of my canoe for absolutely no reason. Just paddling along, leaned a little too hard and just rolled right out of it. Yeah, unfortunately I wasn't recording at the time. Oh, that was the bummer. She's got the same camera I do. That was great and terrible at the same time. This is what I love about being on the river, is that you really never know what's coming around the bend, what's gonna happen next. You could hit a rock like I'm about to. Oh. Now my shirt's wet. We'll see how long it takes to dry off. It is currently 2:49. We've been floating for 3 hours and 16 minutes. We have 5 minutes and 56 seconds left, and we're due in at 4:30 in the afternoon. So we're making great time, great pace. We got both the cave and the cliff still left on our trip, and we're cruising along. There's nothing better than a float trip this time of year. So this is a lot more of what you see in the current river than you will in the Merrimack. It's just down trees and a lot of vegetation and things in the river, which is inevitably what creates your obstacles and the things that you've kind of got to go around or over. And that's what a lot of times creates the turbulence that you got to deal with out here. Okay, we are at Cave Spring, which is one of my favorite places in the world. It is about a, I don't know, 25, 30 yard deep cave off the river. You can canoe right into it or kayak right into it, which is what we're doing right now. And it is a cave spring, a spring-fed cave. It is unbelievably cold and unbelievably beautiful. There's a bunch of people back in here. It's fantastic. And jumping in here is the most refreshing thing you'll ever do in your entire life. There we go. Now, what they claim, and I have no way of validating this, is that this spot right here is like 200 to 300 feet deep. All right, Age. We doing this? I mean, jumping in? Well, I'm sorry, what was that? You don't want to? Are you out of your mind? You're going to come here and not jump in.
I jumped in last time.
Are you out of your mind?
I jumped in last time.
All right.
I don't hold this. I don't want to get the whole water again.
You're miserable. Jumping into dark abysses in the freezing cold water when you don't want to is what life is about. Oh, I hate this. Where am I getting out? Over there? All right. 1, 2, 3. Oh, now that should be a rite of passage for every 12-year-old boy in all of history, forever. Whew. Well, excuse me. Woo! Cave Spring. What an experience. If you come down from Akers Ferry to Pulltite and you don't go into this cave and you don't stop and jump in, I'm saying this to them, you're making a mistake. It's the best thing you'll do today. Woo! I mean, what an unbelievable day. Oh boy. Going through some shallows here. Ow. Ow. That's amazing.
Yeah. She watches those 2 kids back there.
All right, we have reached the final really fun part of this float trip and part of our day, and that is our cliff jump. And this is, I would say, somewhere between 20 and 30 feet. We shall see. Okay. I made it over to the other side of the river. Whew. I'm already exhausted. And now we gotta climb the hill. Oh, I might do this like 1 or 2 more times. Fuck. Whew. 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 Here we go, Tom. Here we go, Tom. Here we go, Tom. All right, we finished up at the cliff. Look at this guy. Hi, bub. Hi. 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 Come on. Come on. All right, we are done at the cliff jump. Back in the canoes. And here we go. You remember how the rope swing was scary and then you did it, it was fun? Same thing. Same thing, I promise. The thing is, you gotta know when to hold them. So one of the things that I really like about float trips is that, at least on the Current River here in southern Missouri down near Salem, you get 0 cell phone reception. And so it kind of forces you to disconnect. And you have to just pretty much sit here and observe what's going on around you. You have no text messages, you have no email, you have no access to your phone. There's no reason to check Instagram. So you just kind of leave your phone in your dry box or your dry bag and you talk to your friends. And you look at what's out in front of you and you notice how the canoe tips side to side, and you just kind of reestablish a center, at least for me, in what you're supposed to feel like. And I'm not saying that social media is not great and that all these tools that we use today aren't fantastic. I use them every day and I love them. I wouldn't give them up, but every now and then you want to kind of reconnect with your friends, just be able to sit back and chat with you, or girlfriend, your boyfriend, whoever, and just kind of hang out. And this is a great chance to do that, because the pace of things just naturally forces you to slow down and relax and just enjoy it. And there's enough activity where you have to pay attention, but there's a lot of lull periods where you just get to sit and hang out, which is fan-freaking-tastic. So if you've never been on a float trip, go out on one. If you haven't been on one in a while, go out on one again soon. 1.65 remaining, 31 minutes. Plan accordingly, smoke accordingly, drink accordingly. It's about 5:30. We've been on the river for about 5.5 hours. We're doing it about 6 o'clock. We got about 30 minutes left. And I mean, you really couldn't ask for much more on this float. It's absolutely gorgeous outside. The weather couldn't be more perfect. As you can see from my shirt, I'm not even sweating.
Good, buddy?
It's absolutely perfect out here. Couldn't be happier with the people I'm with. I wish Sarah was with me, obviously. You know, if it was a little bit cooler, I wish my dogs were with me, but I got one of my best friends for my entire life, his girlfriend. It's an absolutely perfect day outside. this is what life is about for me, so pretty pumped. All right, we just landed. We're back at Pulltite, so now we go from here back to the car, and then from the car to the campsite, which should be only probably a quarter of a mile down the road. Great day on the river. Excited to get to camp, hang out, have fun, relax. It's gonna be a great, great night. Yep. All right, back here, back at camp. We just got back to the car. We're kind of getting things put together, getting things organized. There's gnats and bugs everywhere, but we're getting all of our shit kind of reorganized. And eventually we'll get over to our campsite and get kind of squared away and settled in. It's a lovely day. All right, guys, thought I'd show you around the campsite, AJ and Olivia's tent. All right, our kitchen set up. All of our different stuff, coolers, plates. Thinking about having some burgers here in a little bit. Lovely setup.